Yo, what is up? I figured I'll just make a vlog. That's it. Yeah, I'll start doing that. And I'll take out my glasses because I don't need them for nearsightedness. So, I'm about to close on a house tomorrow, me and my wife, and could mean good things. D&D, video game is a better space to record in instead of tiny. Well, it's not tiny. It's tiny for the amount of people we have in this apartment. We have 6 people and a toddler in a 1,016 square foot apartment. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. So it could mean I could be back partially on YouTube, not full forced, because I still work and everything. I still have a job and whatnot. Oh yeah, new haircut. Look at that. I think you can see my scar up there. Look at that. Yeah. Anyway, so I intended to maybe possibly do some vlogs only because I feel like I want to start uploading videos again. But I'm not. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but also pierced my ears since last time. It's been quite a while since I've done YouTube. Again, my aim isn't for anything special. I'm doing this for my own satisfaction and something to do, something to give me a little bit more extracurricular purpose, even though it's not curricular, because curricular, like education and whatnot. Though I suppose we learn every day at my job. My job actually taught me a lot of stuff, so, yeah. Anyway, I don't know the frequency in which I'll do these, but, I also don't know if I talked about the new D&D system I'm working on, which is really simple and hopefully won't have the same problems that my previous installment had, which turned out it's a good start, but it needs a lot of work. So my old one, the one I did the whole little book about, the module for original D&D, but hopefully I won't run into the same problems this time around, because it's pretty straightforward. It replaces magic. It's like at least from when I've described it to people, people say it's like a simplified psionics, but of course it just replaces magic. It's a tad convoluted, but should only be like 3 pages of stuff, and it's pretty straightforward. It's all just basically standard die rolls like you would with attack, but it's basically effectiveness. And then, so the real simple premise is the person using the magic rolls a die. There's a base die challenge for that type of magic. There's 4 types of magic. So they roll a die, and like the easiest version has like a 14 minimum die challenge, and then the more difficult that particular thing they're trying to do, the greater the die challenge. And so they roll it, and if they get to a 14, then boom, they successfully do whatever they're trying to do. If they roll below that, they can use up, basically, it's like a mana pool, but it's actually like a mental focus pool, and it affects other things, like your focus affects every die roll. So you can still use these focus points, which are like mana almost, but not quite. It's a bit convoluted. In practice, it seems to be a little bit simpler to explain than it is on paper or by words. But anyway, you use these points, and so you can bump it. Let's say you roll 10, you need a 14. You put 4 of your focus points into this, and boom, now you got a 14, and you successfully make that spell. Well, if it's a spell against somebody, you roll, and if they roll higher than your roll, they are successful at negating your offense, right? So like if it's the equivalent of polymorph, and I go, polymorph would be like a 22 DC or something. I don't know for specifics because I have it written on a piece of paper somewhere. But polymorph, 22 DC. So that means you are required to put in at least 2 focus points, or unless you've got like an intelligence bonus of like 4, in which case you only need an 18, so on and so forth. So anyway, so you get that 22, you cast it. The other guy, he's also got an intelligence of 18. He rolls a 20. He gets 24. He successfully negates any attack that you did on him with that polymorph. But the alternative is that you can spend extra focus points. So you roll a 20. You've got +4 because of your intelligence. It's 24, so you've met the minimum requirement, but you pour in an extra 6 points, so you make it 30. Alright? So now your polymorph is at a level, is basically at a 30 die challenge, and so the other guy has to get a 30 die challenge using his roll plus whatever focus he has left, and he doesn't have enough focus, or he can't make it because he's too low of a level, so he rolls a 20 and he's only got like 8 focus. He's only get a 28. You're not going to prevent the polymorph on him. So basically, your saving throws are a counter spell, sort of, to their spell. That's the basic premise behind it. Is that there are 4 types. There's like the first type, which is, the DC goes significantly up. The first type is changing something that already exists. The second type is creating something that doesn't exist. So like manifesting fire out of nothing, a lightning bolt out of nothing. Third one is affecting yourself, so to change your own body chemistry. So like heal yourself. I don't know, like turn your arm into a sword. I don't know. It's all up to you. And then the final one is attacking somebody else. And attacking somebody else, I think, has a base DC. In all honesty. Changing somebody else's ability, so like catching them on fire without making a fireball, which is cheaper, like easier, and throwing it at them. That's fine. If they catch on fire, that's fine. They just need to break the DC challenge of that. But to just make them on fire instantly, you need, I want to say it's something between like 35 and 50. I can't remember. I have it written down somewhere. I haven't looked at the paper in a while. I just started thinking about D&D again recently. But anyway. Yeah, so it's the basic premise, and then like as you get higher in level, you get more focus, so you can spend focus more freely. So like, if you're level 10, a polymorph spell is going to be, you're going to be able to spend that money. You're going to spend that 20 focus and still have plenty of focus left. But then also like the amount of time you're awake, and the amount of time you're asleep changes the amount of focus you have. So like if you're awake for too long, you start losing focus every like hour, and you only regain focus basically if you get a full night's rest of 8 hours. You're only up to 75% of whatever, like you only regain up to 75 points if your points were total were 100. So if you were down, so if in this instance, if you were at 100 and you were depleted all the way down to like -10, which you can go negative, you'd only get up to 65 back after a full night's rest. So, traveling also fatigues it, and it also, a negative score affects every die roll you make. So like if you go to attack and you've got -2 focus, you get a -2 to every roll, countering your strength bonuses and stuff like that, and dexterity bonuses, all dependent on your circumstances, but just baseline, it affects every roll you make. But it does not necessarily, I haven't decided if I'm going to have it apply to every roll you make, so like you can spend focus to bump that 19 into a 20, and now it's a crit. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. So, we'll just have to see. So, anyway, that's about all I have. The video's almost not 10 minutes long, so I'm good.
What you laughing about?
All right.
Are you saying I'm funny?
Catch you later.